Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is my No Man's Land Survival Challenge series that I'm doing, where I'm following the same sort of rules or as closely as I can to the No Man's Land Survival multiplayer series that Chainsaw100 and Daggerwin are doing. So, in the last episode, we got our new combine and got the sorghum field harvested. And then in this episode, we're going to use the combine again because our wheat's ready. I also, in this episode, I want to buy a new plot of land. I think I'd said in an early episode I want to try cotton so I can supply the spinnery a bit better than what our sheep are doing. The only other option would be to buy another sheep pen, but I think that's going to get quite hay intensive. And the other job that we've got to do, we've got this grass that was rolled up, I think in the last episode. It needs baled up, but it's almost like we could just cut it again and get twice as much. That's took a bit longer than what I thought, so I need to get a bit better at doing that. So we'll kick off, we'll get into the new combine. And we'll get the header on it, and we'll get it set off in the wheat field. And we'll start on baling up that grass. Right, so here we go. I've just enabled the straw swath. So we'll just set a worker off and see how that gets on. So I'm just going to quickly jump into the Deutz Fahr. That's got the loader on it. And we'll go and get those flowers loaded up. And I'll probably leave the planks for now. I just want to get the flowers onto the trailer. So if we've got time, I'll get those sold at the end of the episode. I also need to check what else is ready that we've got that we can sell. See if there's anything that's at a maximum price. So I will do that after I've loaded up these flowers. So I've just dropped off the trailer with all the flowers loaded up there next to the pallets over at the sawmill, but I've just had a notification to say that the combine's 80% full, so with a bit of luck I'll be able to catch it on this row before it reaches the end. And we're still getting this issue here where, you know, the second row it just decides it doesn't want to do anything, so I have no idea what's going on there. So this is going to fill up the trailer. There's the hopper on the combine's bigger than the trailer. So we will get a bigger trailer at some point, but just for now we can manage with what we've got. I'll also be interested to see how our clothes production's going on. There's only 2 pallets outside. I don't know if that's the maximum the spawn can hold, but I know clothes are fairly slow to produce. I'm just going to tip this wheat straight into the grain mill just to keep the production going on the bread. Right, so we'll get back and we'll see if we can unload the combine again, see if it's made a full pass and turned round. Alright, so that's another full trailer. So again, I'll go and dump this into the grain mill, and then we'll go and get the baler and make a start on wrapping all the grass. So while that's unloading, let's just have a quick look at the market prices for things. So oats are 18,750, so we could actually sell our oats now. Canola's the same, we can get rid of the canola, so we'll make a couple of trips to the store with the canola and the oats. Our soybeans, they weren't till June. Silage, 567, so silage would be a good time to sell if we have any silage. And bread's still good, we could load up some bread. Honey's starting to come up. And furniture still way off. So we'll go and pick up these oats and the canola we've got, and we'll get them up to the store. Okay, that's 13,200 for the oats. We're going to have to do 2 trips with our canola. But by the next time any of our crops are ready, we'll have a much bigger trailer. Something that will get towed behind our lorry. That was 25,976. And that was just over 11,000. So that's not too bad. Right, so I'll get back to the farm, I'll get this baler hitched up, and we'll go and make some silage bales. Okay, so here we are. I'll just get going on this, and I don't know, I'll probably just do a montage or something. So yeah, I'll see you when it's all baled up. Right, so that's the baling finished. That was a massive job, and I don't know about this baler. I don't know if I've made the right choice here, but apart from the size of bale that you can make, it ticks every box. I mean, as you can see, the field is absolutely littered with bales. I reckon there must be close on 80 bales. But we'll leave them there for the now. We'll maybe get them collected, sold in the next episode, if the price is right. So what we're going to do now is I'll just get this baler back to the wheat field, because we'll have the straw to collect. I suppose we can collect that in this episode. But the combine, there's still a little section that we need to sort out that it missed. In fact, 2 sections. I'm guessing that's something to do with the placing of the bakery there. Can't get in from there, which is odd. Right. So I'll just turn the combine round. We'll head up and just clean up this bit and then do the final pass. Okay, so that's all that wheat now collected. So I'll just tip this this wheat into the trailer, and then at some point we can take that over to the grain silo. Oh, what I didn't mention, which is probably blatantly obvious at the start of this video. I have, at the start of this, before I started recording, I changed this back to grass. The reason I did it off camera is just because I wanted to get, you know, not disturb that field or remove any of that field there. So I did it in the tiniest little painting tool and really took my time, so I saved you all from watching that. But that means now that this area of land can be turned into part of the farmyard, and we'll get a building up eventually just to put all of this stuff in. Right, so we'll go and get this straw baled up. Not sure how long this will take. I'll probably just do a jump cut to the end, and then we'll see about buying a new bit of land. Okay, so that's all the straw done now. I think the biggest issue here is that the swath is probably just as wide, and in some cases slightly wider than the actual pickup of the baler. So you have to be absolutely dead on when you're picking up your rows. Right, so that's all the straw baled. So I'm just going to leave the baler out here next to the pressure washer because it needs good clean. So I'll just we'll just go into the map and I'll have a look at land. So what we currently own is these 5 plots here. Ideally 36 would be good to buy, because that means I can continue to extend all my productions up here. When we put down that last the tailor shop, it was hanging over slightly into plot 36, and there's nothing much we can do with that end of it. Unfortunately, this field is sort of staggered between two plots, so I can't really, if I buy that, I can't really extend this field just yet. One that I have been looking at is field 57. Now it's quite flat. There is this rock here, but we know that just by leaving a bit of grass around the rock, it doesn't interfere with course play. There's a few trees to clear, but I pretty much could get the majority of this area here into one field. It's not quite as big as this plot, but it still would be a sizable field and would probably work well for making into a cotton field. So that's one option, and this is another option. Or I could just possibly buy both of these, and then we can extend what was our sorghum field, extend the wheat field. So we have 308,000, and it would cost us 170 to buy the 2 plots. So so I'll tell you what, for now I'm just going to buy 36, and then what we'll do, we plot 36, we're going to put down two productions. So we'll just head over to the tailor shop and we'll have a look at what productions we can put in place. Of course, I have got all the flowers and the pallets still to sell, so that's going to put some money back in the bank. And I think this, was it the bread was still at a good price, so we can sell the bread as well. Okay, so we'll just go into construction. Yeah, so now that we own all of this, let's just can't remember what we put down here. Was it this one? Yeah. So let's just extend this slightly. I'm alright leaving that tree just there. Right, so we'll go back to productions. So the production that I want to put down is the methane plant, first of all. And of course that was going to go over this side. I believe that this is the sort of this big hopper here is where you tip into it, and I think that little pipe just next to that red cylinder and the green thing lying on the ground, I think that is where you either put in the slurry, and then those tanks on the side are where you collect the methane from. So I am just going to place that somewhere around here. How can I'll just set it back a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it. In fact, we'll do it as far up as I can. Thinking about it. There we go. And then we can also have the gold production, because we know we're allowed to do that now. So I'm going to put that about here. Right, and we'll just nip back into landscaping, and we'll just paint this a little bit more. Okay, so that's not asphalt, that must be concrete. Or pathway. Is that right? No, it might not be. Where's the concrete at? This one, here we are. Okay. So I also want to put in another production, which is the dairy, and then we can have our cheese. So I think for this I'm just going to have to switch on the interactive markers. So that's our tipping point where we put in the milk, or whatever it is, your milk or your sugar. And that looks like where everything comes out from. So I'm just trying to work out what's the best way to do this. Do we put it this way around? No, that would interfere with the field if we were to expand. I think we could probably do it this way around here, like this. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. So we'll just go and have a quick look at these productions. So this is our methane plant. And then what we're going to need to do is we'll need to put some water in here. We'll need to put those rocks into it as well. And then as soon as methane's ready, we can move the methane over as well. And our dairy will just go and fill up the milk tanker and bring it over here and make some cheese. Right, so I'll just go and get into the truck and we'll fill up the greenhouses. And then whatever water's left, we'll take that over and top up the animal feed. And then we'll come back with the milk and stick that into the dairy and get some cheese productions going. So there's a little bit for the sheep. And the rest we can give to the cows. Perfect. Right, so I'll get this tanker filled up with milk and then we'll make our way over to the dairy and see about producing some cheese. Right, so we've got 17,000 litres of milk. So we'll go and stick that into the dairy and see what the production rate is and work out the value. Right, so that's the milk offloading now. So let's get into our productions. And here's our dairy. So cheese, 3 milk makes 2 cheese. So let's activate that production. We can also make butter. And chocolate we'd need to have sugar, but you know, there's no reason we couldn't do that. That's something I've never made in Farming Simulator. So I'm just going to do some quick calculations. I'm going to work out how productive or how much money we can expect to make from the milk. Right, okay, so 3 milk makes 2 cheese, and milk is at maximum, it's saying 2,274. So 3,000 litres of milk would be worth 6,822, and cheese, the maximum price is 5,874. So for 3 milk we get 2 cheese, so times that by 2 and you get 11,694. So it's almost $5,000 better off for 3 milk if we make it into cheese. So definitely the way to go. For methane, we'll go back to our productions. So we're going to be using manure to make methane, and 1,000 manure makes 722 methane. So unfortunately I don't know what the price of methane is, but I believe it's about that, about $700 per 1,000 litres. So when you look at the price of manure, so 1,000 litres gets you $216, and that 1,000 litres makes 700 makes 700 methane. And I think you get around $700 per 1,000 litres. So if you take about $230 off your 700, you're almost doubling the price of your manure if you make it into methane. So that would, if we have an abundance of methane, then that'll definitely be worthwhile selling as just the raw methane. I think Alien Jim had said he'd forgotten to add methane to the list on the on that store page, but you definitely can sell it. Right, so I'll just get this tanker back and set it off refilling with water again, and then we'll head up to the store with all our planks and the bread, and that'll do us for this video. Okay, so I'll just quickly get, well, I say quickly, it won't be quick, it takes quite a while, but I'll get these planks loaded up. I'll pick up the bread because bread's at its highest price, and we'll see what we make up at the store. That was $122,685. So that's not a bad way to end the episode. Okay, so I'll just get everything back to the farm, tidy up, give that baler a wash, and I'll just check on the animal feed, and then that's that all done for this month. So thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you could give the video a like, it'd really help me out, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And if there's anything you want to suggest, or you think I could have done better, or just whatever, put it in the comments and I guarantee I'll reply to you. Okay, so again, thank you for watching. See you in the next episode. Bye bye for now.